Hello, um, hello. I'm going to be monitoring my voice as I speak because, well, that's the whole point. I'm making a live stream, and it's to regulate the insanity that is my life, and my voice is just inappropriate to what I'm experiencing at present. And if I can regulate my voice, I stand a good chance in setting myself in the right direction too. But this is absolutely disgusting experience for a human to go through. Not only am I in terror, but the pain that is physical that's taken me to this point seemingly is getting worse each day, and it's pushing me into further places of human experience that we shouldn't be allowed to get to. Not when we have national health services. But it's not looking good. It's looking like I'm going to lose my mind from physical pain. I should be crying right this second, and that would be a sign of health. That would be a sign that despite the terror, despite everything, I'm able to keep sane and keep focused on the terror, because that's the most real thing. If the situation isn't getting any better each day. The fact that I'm not, well, I can't really say it was a battle to begin with. It doesn't make sense that I should have to fight to stay in terror if that's the truth of the situation. But I'm having to. Or at least when I get pulled into that place of total intoxication to the pain, that I can't be real with life anymore, be real with the terror. Not that that's easy on any account. But this is disgusting where I am. In fact, the terror's no better. I know, looking at the situation, I'm going to get back to terror from this place, and it's going to be questionable what was better. But in accordance of how I'm managing this action plan, it's better to be in terror. And that's the only reason. I'm being forced to look at the pain, and my mental health is doing its best to force anxiety on me, and force me to work through the pain, and force me to do this, and it asks me questions. Shall I get this supplement? Shall I do that for my health? Shall I do the other for my health? Reality is, a year and a half ago, when it was getting bad, I was taking all the right supplements to the extent that I was superhuman given my health problems. If you take the fact that I was achieving somewhere in the region of just being a normal with pain, if you take into account all the things I was having to do on a daily basis and the extent of my physical pain, and added that disparity on top of me just being normal, I would have been superhuman. There's no doubt in my mind. Since that time, I've taken 2 courses of antipsychotics, ones that have taken their toll on my health that I can see. All the supplementation that I was doing, I'm no longer able to do due to lack of money. I haven't slept since then because the sleep that I've been getting isn't proper sleep, and it's not healing, it's not healthy, and the sleep that I've been getting is a detriment to my health. So every single day that I've slept since about a year and a half ago now, 2.5 years ago, 2.5 years ago, with my sleep being lost in the last year and a half, that's what the situation is. I lost sleep a year and a half ago. On top of that, last year and a half, the stress hasn't been manageable on any level since losing sleep. And my mental health is asking me questions. Should I do that for my health? Should I do the other for my health? I'm in a state of terror. It's like the Titanic is sinking. You've come on board 10 minutes before it's about to go down, and you hand me a spoon and you say, right, start getting to work on emptying the water. Forget the hull, forget the ship's been ripped in two. All the thousands and thousands of litres on board and the inevitable situation 10 minutes in front of us. My mental health is asking me, should I give you this spoon? What happens if I give you a bigger spoon? What about this spoon? Any spoon that I can hold will not change the situation one bit. I need to cry for my life. I'm entering into insanity due to the physical pain taking me to the place of insanity, terror. And in that place, the pain pushing me beyond being able to focus in terror. I need to cry for my life, and I can't at the moment. I'm not going to speak to anybody. I'm disgusted with the collective psychosis. I know you all have some important matter on the point of needing to cry. It's looking like the world is resting on terror on some level, and I'm not going to say a word on it other than I'm disgusted the fact that you're aware of it, and one, you needed to put me through it still, and I'm having to go through it despite all your consciousness and awareness out there. You're still allowing people to go through this process. There's no compassion in you, no love. No love. and or shit so serious that it's bigger than the collective psychosis on the level of this is it. This is the crux of humanity's problem in terms of our slavery. Either way, I can't speak to you about it. What am I going to say? I'm just disgusted with you from the first instance, from my perspective. And in that place of this total disgust today with life and existence, the experience of existing, forget any detail within that picture of existence. That's what it is to be in terror. You can sum it all up in the simplicity of saying, through everything that I did today, I'm disgusted with the experience of existence, without seeing a colour, without seeing anything within that statement of the experience of the day. That is the state of terror. It's like an utter knowing of how bad things are in the present moment. And you don't need to know a detail. That is the presence, and I might be here for 5 more years. I might be here for another day. You want me to feel something towards this experience. It's like I'm being put through some sort of CBT or mental health program assessment. The mental health shit that the games that they play in hospital to try and get you better. And I have to just work through it, and I just don't want to be there because of the medication. Forget the mind games. The mind games, you take it on the chin and you say, well, I'm in the shit, I've got to do something. They're trying to help. It's not nice the way they're helping. The mind games aren't nice, but I can use it to help me. And I need to get out of here. Like fuck, I'm going to turn it away. But the truth is, it's disgusting. This is like one of those mind games, but I'm in terror. And I don't think psychology of this world understands terror enough to give someone the compassion, respect, to listen to them that they're in terror and realise it's not a place for more mind games. Oh no, that person's in terror. We cannot help them as psychologists. Oh no, he's got a problem due to the medication. That's why he's in terror. Oh no, we can't help him with the medication. I promise you, the amount of time that is needed for that medication to take effect and truly work, the amount that I would eat myself inside having to take that medication, and the fact that it is detrimental to health, I promise you, before it takes full effect and or around the time it takes full effect, I will die. I think the mental health services half know that. They're like, yeah, we better not. We better just leave him alone. Because anything we do, we're going to make it worse. And the last thing we want is someone dying in hospital. Why did he die? From antipsychotic medication. He was complaining about it for the last 6 years that we were trying to give it to him. We saw his health decline day in, day out. I'll be a Picasso. All of these live streams where I've been complaining about antipsychotics and nobody's listened, nobody's commented, other than 2 mad guys on YouTube. I don't listen to them, but I know that they've commented a few times. How do I take that? Is that better or worse than nobody commenting? I'm done. The sheer terror. And my mental health is keeping me on the side of making me watch the pain and being able to shove anxiety down me still. And I can't deal with that. It's like I'm so close to knowing and seeing terror. I'm going to start making these live streams as if I'm dying, as if it's inevitable that I'm going to die, and how to deal with the world after I've gone. So I'm going to start from now, and that is to say, if you don't want dystopia, the first thing you need to do is stop the medication, stop the very rot in the mental health system. Start with the UK and let the whole world see. The whole world looks up to the UK as having a good mental health system, and fuck me, I would not want to be in the mental health system in 99% of the countries and the rest of the planet. I know what happened in Romania from a distance. So why doesn't the UK start and set an example for the rest of the shit systems that look up to the UK? And that is to scrap it from its rotten core. The antipsychotics do not work unless the person obliges, and if they're not aware that it can create this, if they just don't like it or say no, that's not really a choice. Unfortunately, the NHS use CBT therapy because it saves money. CBT therapy is something like, oh, what's your problem today? X. Okay, let's put a hypnotic mind spell on you. So we rewire your brain, and that way we can send you off, and your brain is rewired to have to deal with that problem in the way CBT works. And it's horrible from my experience. It can work, and it worked in the early days. Not that I want to give it any credit, because it's disgusting if someone is pressured and they're having to go through CBT. It feels like you can't breathe. But the NHS hasn't got the time or the money to give someone therapy week in, week out, twice a week, which I'd probably need. I seem to get on well with my great aunt in Cyprus who does psychoanalysis. She gives out medication as well, but she's specifically recommended for me a specific type of psychoanalysis, and I can't afford to go private at present. The NHS just does not have the money or resources. God knows who I have to speak to get a referral of any type to the rare opportunities that one can get for that. But it's not about the rare opportunities, it's about the system, isn't it, for everyone? I'm dead. My life's over. And I could go on and on how to save the NHS. It's a corrupted model because it's a corporation. It needs to make money. It's not there for the people first. It's very, very core. How to restructure it in a model similar to China, where it's about proactive health. Oh, let's keep the people healthy. Not only will they be healthy, they'll be more proactive at work. But can we take the gamble on taking 90%, 80%, however much it would take to teach the people and keep the people healthy so they don't need to come to hospital? When they get ill. But the question is, can we afford to keep an infrastructure that can treat all of those illnesses, even though the amount of the illnesses, the waiting list will be drastically reduced? You're probably looking at, I don't know, I'd guess the amount of money needed to spend on the NHS to keep the people from being sick each year, given a medication that causes more problems, that creates a need for more medication that creates more problems, and you keep the people coming back. Oh, it's a corporation for sure. You need the people to make money, and boy, do you keep them coming back. Take 90%, 80%, however much of that money, keep the people healthy, give them daily, weekly exercise. Make sure that they're in alignment with their life and health, mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually, all the fucking different ways. Once a week to get a check-in with your personal development guru. Oh, you don't have to stick it right at the bottom and keep it, oh, how are you doing this week? How's your mind? Is it 1, 2, 3, 4? No, give them something to aspire to. What do you want to create within society? Oh, you want to get a promotion. That's your goal. Let's use that for your health. How can we restructure all of the things that we need to put into an activity program for you, for the thing that you want, that's going to help society, that's going to help the whole country, that's going to save us money and make us money? And that 10% that you've saved, if you give 90% to keeping the people healthy, that is used for the infrastructure, and you're going to have a different type of national health service in terms of how people get treatment. It's not going to be, oh, you're going for a surgery, oh, just pop down to the local hospital. No. Hospitals will become health centres. Oh, you need surgery, right. We're going to have to put you on a train and send you halfway across the country to get that surgery. And that's just the way it will be, because the infrastructure, you'll have all the things that we need. We'll have all the stuff for heart surgery, brain surgery, and everything else. It would just be like 1 in the whole country instead of 1 million. And instead of leading the world on how to not cure disease, but hide disease more. Like when you have these surgeries, we lead the world in terms of proving that health can be achieved and maintained, and it's more prosperous for a society to do so within budget. So in other words, the budget that was needed for one model is equal to the other model, and we can still treat people. It's just a different infrastructure. So that's my first recommendation. The stress of my life, there's no more I can give to you than to say get that into action ASAP and keep yourself as far away from antipsychotics and, to be honest, all medication, unless you really know what you're doing with your health to be able to choose. If you're able to do that, then you can use medication, but if you don't know, just stay the fuck away from it, man. Chemicals bad, nature good. With nature, even if it's bad, you have some sort of leeway. With chemicals, you can seriously fuck yourself up.